My cat suddenly started peeing blood. I rushed to the vet immediately. We visited the clinic 3 times. Did scans, antibiotics, injections. But even the doctor couldn't figure out what was wrong. For almost 1 month her urine kept changing color. Red, brown, yellow. But the real cause turned out to be something most cat owners
On
completely
February
ignore.
18th morning, I noticed something very strange in my cat's litter box. Her urine looked dark red. I panicked immediately and called the vet. The doctor told me it might be bladder stones and asked me to bring her to the clinic in the evening. The whole day, I was extremely worried. I kept searching online about cats peeing blood, reading about infections, stones, and other serious problems. It honestly made me more scared. Later that evening, we went for the first vet visit. The doctor suspected a urinary tract infection and prescribed antibiotics for 5 days. I went home hoping that after the medication, everything would go back to normal. But after finishing the antibiotics, nothing changed. Her urine color was still strange. Sometimes it looked red, sometimes cola brown, sometimes yellow with a red tint, sometimes almost clear. So on February 23rd, we went for a second vet visit. This time, the doctor did a scan to check her bladder. Thankfully, we ruled out a severe bladder infection. She received an injection and tablets for 3 days. Again, I went home hoping this would fix the problem. But even after that treatment, the urine color kept changing. So we went for a third vet visit. This time, the vet suspected that maybe my cat had eaten something toxic or poisonous. She gave antibiotic injections for 3 days. There were no tablets this time, only injections. But even after all those treatments, the problem still wasn't fully cured. The most confusing part was that my cat looked completely normal the whole time. She was active, playing, eating well, and drinking water normally. But every time she went to the litter box, the urine color would be different. Red, brown, yellow with red. Sometimes even clear. Even the vet couldn't find the exact cause, so for the time being, we continued antibiotics. Then, on March 8th, we visited the vet again. This time, the doctor suggested something different. She told me to completely change my cat's diet to wet food. So we did exactly that. And something interesting happened. After switching to wet food, her urine color slowly started getting better. But then something unexpected happened. For 2 days, we ran out of wet food, so we gave her dry food again. And immediately, her urine color turned red again. That's when we realized something important. Cats are actually desert animals. They naturally don't drink a lot of water. Instead, they get most of their hydration from their food. When cats eat only dry food, they may not get enough moisture. Over time, this can sometimes lead to urinary problems. So, if you have a cat, especially a Persian cat, make sure they are getting enough
ஒரு
hydration.
பெண்ணா இருந்தாலும் பாப்பா
Always check
வந்திருக்காங்க.
if your cat is drinking enough water.
ஆரம்பிக்கலாம்.
If possible, include wet food in their diet because it contains more moisture
வேணாம்
and helps
அப்படி
support urinary health.
போயிட்டா.
Some wet food options include Grain Zero, N and D, Matisse, and Royal
அக்கா
Canin.
மட்டும்
Try to
தொடுறேன்.
avoid feeding only dry foods like Pure Pet drools or kitty yums for long periods, especially for Persian cats.
உங்க
Even
ஊசி
today,
போட்டாங்க
March
முன்னாடி.
16th, my cat is not
சரியாயிடும்.
completely cured yet,
சரி
but she
தொடுறேன்.
is doing much better compared to before. This experience taught me something very important as a pet owner. Sometimes problems are not always serious diseases. Sometimes the issue can be diet, hydration, or stress. That's why it's very important to always monitor your cat's litter box and notice any unusual changes early. If you see red or brown urine, don't ignore it. Take your cat to the vet and investigate early, because finding the problem early is always better than waiting until it becomes serious.
I posted this video to create awareness among cat owners. Hope this video is helpful in some ways.